Expedite, the pre-workout, is designed to really help you get through those moments where you feel a little fatigued. Sometimes your body does get a little tired, gets a little sore. With this kind of stuff, it picks you right back up.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Marcos Villegas here in Los Angeles, being joined with the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, Deontay Wilder, who gets set for his big pay-per-view against Luis Ortiz, a rematch in which you're defending your title. And I think a big storyline in this fight is you're coming into this camp healthy. The first one, you had said that you caught the flu. So what's the biggest difference from that first camp compared to this camp in terms of your body and how you're feeling, because you know that you're not sick coming into this fight?
Well, the big difference is, I've taken care of my body just a little bit more. When you think that you have certain people lined up and certain information, that's when you discover more and more when you start researching things and finding out about different other types of things. So at this point in time, I'm even eating even more better than I was the first time. Like this time I'm eating a lot of plant-based foods and stuff like that, and I have found that it actually gives me more energy, being able to do certain things, and it's been amazing. And I'm into a lot of essential oils that I use. I never go to the pharmacies or get things behind the counter. You know what I mean? That's when you really put drugs in your body. Anything man-made is a drug for me. And I like to use essential oils that cures my body, with different things, whether it's a cold, whether it's headache, or, sore aches and pains and stuff like that. That's where I ain't really consuming nothing that way. When I take a test, I don't worry about popping up with nothing, and it allowed me to be a little bit more fresher in camp. I think the main thing about this was body maintenance, I would put it as, and my body maintenance has been off the chart this point in time. Even right now, I'm feeling amazing. I'm so ready to go. I can not wait. And that's when I'm getting ready to fight, I always say I can't wait. But this moment in time, I just absolutely cannot wait just to see what it's going to feel like being able to get in there with him the second time and being able to feel like my body's feeling now. If my body feels like this come Saturday night, it's going to be a short night.
When did you first start feeling sick the last time? When did you end up catching the flu and all that?
I caught the flu before camp.
Before camp. So it just kind of lingered because you're putting your body through all that.
Exactly. And, when you're working out all the time, putting so much up on your body, your body tends to, far as recovery, it tends to recover slow because you're putting so much, wear and tear on your body, and it's not really giving it, you got to get enough proper sleep to be able to recover. And that's one of the things, I wasn't really allowing my body to really get no rest because, I had so much going on in my life at that time. I was sick. I had a baby coming. I had personal problems going on and stuff. And, I never mixed my personal problem with business. That's what have carried me thus far. But, you still have those things lingering in the back of your mind and stuff like that. But the ultimate thing was just I only had 2 weeks to train for him with the flu. I remember going out of the tunnel spitting up mucus. And I was seeing my team like Shelly, he was very concerned in that situation because the proper protocols in a situation like that is to cancel the fight and get wait till you get more healthy and reschedule the fight. But I'm a hard head guy, For me, it's no matter if I have a flu, break my arm, tear my bicep, come in with third degree burns, bruise my wrist. It's I give these guys the advantage over me because I want to test myself. I say I'm the best, and I say it proudly. I say I'm the baddest man on the planet, and I say it with confidence, And I say that because of the things that I've been through in my career and how I've given other fighters the advantage, and somehow they still can never be able to beat me. With Ortiz, like I said, I only trained for literally 2 weeks. I was flying back and forth to California. I had a baby coming and stuff, you know, and I wasn't gonna miss that. I'd have missed a lot of my kids. You know, I would miss the times where they've came, and I wasn't gonna miss this one, you know. And it was just, and you know, you get even sicker on the planes, which, you know, I get hard-headed at times, but you know, I'm the one that's in the ring. I'm the one that's gonna be fighting. I know I have team on the outside that say, yo, Deontay, this and this, but I'll override it. You know, if I feel a certain type of way, they know I go off of energy feel. Anything I do is all about the energy feel. And if I feel it's something that I'm gonna do and they feel the other way, you know, we're gonna compromise a little bit. But if I feel strongly about what I wanna do, that's what I'm gonna do. Because at the end of the day, I'm risking my life. I'm getting in there and ain't nobody else gonna take no punch. You know, especially ain't someone instructing me on the outside. You're not gonna take those punches. I gotta do it, but I like to test myself. Like I said, I'm gonna write a book one day and I'm gonna put all the things that you don't supposed to do in boxing. Even have sex before a fight. You know what I mean?
So that's false then. That's not true what they say. That you lose all your testosterone and your legs are done.
It's not true.
Yeah.
It's not true at all. I think certain things depends on your body because we all react to different things. You know, our body reacts to different
That's very
things.
true. Everyone's different. Everyone's body's different, yeah.
Just like my first professional fight ever. I had sex 2 hours before that fight.
Really?
Yeah. You know.
Was it a 4-rounder or a 6-rounder?
It was a 4-rounder, but he ain't last number 1 round. But it actually gave me stamina. Yeah.
Normally it wipes people out. They just like want to relax.
I guess it depends on what technique you use at this.
Oh my God.
But, you know, that's all I would think about. Like, well, I went slow, so, you know what I mean?
You went slow. Well, there you go. That's why, you took your time.
I'm just saying, certain things, I just don't believe in. I think when we imply...
Are you going to do that before the Ortiz fight?
Nah. I ain't gonna do that for Ortiz. Nah, yeah, but I'm gonna put in I've done it for a few fighters. You know what I mean? You'll be surprised. But, it just, at that moment in time when I'm doing crazy things like that, I like to be a myth buster. You know what I mean?
Myth buster. Oh, I thought you said MILF buster. Oh, no. I'm like, wait a second, no.
Myth. Okay. Yeah, I got a country slang.
Okay.
So
you're gonna get in trouble there, man. Like,
oh hell no. Oh hell no. Now I'm drugs free, baby. But yeah, sometimes I just like to challenge myself, to see am I truly the best. And that's why, like I said, I'm so confident in what I say and what I do and how I carry myself, because I myself and my team know what I go through and what I've been through in the ring. A lot of you guys don't even know, like, certain things have bothered me, certain things I'm injured in, unhealthy. You'll never know. But when I get in the ring, I don't display that. I'm a warrior. I'm not going to make excuses. I'm not going to, say, well, I did this because of this, unless it's just way after the fight and I just want to reveal, hey, guess what? I had this going on. Look, I broke my hand before camp. I broke my arm before camp, you know what I mean? And, that's just me allowing myself to be like, dang, I actually did that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd be amazed at myself still, that I push myself. When others, like you... Sometimes we won't push ourselves because we listen to others. Like, man, don't do that. This is this. But you don't know what you can do until you try. That was one of my posters my mother gave me when I was like maybe 9, 10. It was a poster, and it had a bear running a relay, and it was about to win. And it said, you don't know what you can do until you try. And that always stuck with me.
With this fight, is it just another fight, or is it much more than that? Is it much deeper for you?
Most definitely. This fight is definitely, it's much more than just another fight, This fight right here represents a lot of things for me. This is right here take my pride, this bragging rights again, A lot of people have their different opinions, just like any other fights that they have. But, with me, I want to, correct the wrongs in people's minds. If you felt like certain thing happened and it allowed me to gain success from it, hey, here we go. We got it going on again. Another thing I'm very proud of is that we're both family guys. We both have daughters that have disabilities, and that's what we do it for. This is the main reason I got into boxing, because of my daughter that was born with spinal bifida. I knew that it was going to take a hell of a lot of money that I didn't have at the time to provide for her. And when you have a child, you're going to do anything for that child. You know, it's just like what Ortiz said with his daughter with her rare skin disease, and they was talking about amputating her finger. He said, I'm doing it too. And that's the thing, like stuff like that clings me to you, like, because I understand what you're going through, although it's different situations, but I understand that. That's how I am, like a father. And, you know, 8 kids later, you can tell how I feel now. That's why I say I'm a king. I ain't worried about no fighter. I'm not worried about their skill level. I'm not worried about how many trainers they bring in. I'm not worried about what class strength coach they bring in. Like you when you get in the ring with me, you fight more than just Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Guys know when they fight me, everything is on the line. Everything. You know, because I don't play around in this sport, and I do it for a specific reason. I don't play because this is nothing you can play. You know, guys have lost their life many a time. 3 this year. That's crazy. I never seen that before. 3 back to back. That's crazy. That's crazy. You know, I take every bit of this, you know, serious. When I get in the ring, it's serious. So, you know, with the kids and the family and stuff like that, you know, I'm very happy to be able to offer him this rematch because I didn't have to. A lot of people think I'm crazy. Like, what's wrong with Wilder? He went in a fight like that, and look what happened in the 7th round, and he going in again. To the same thing can happen again because everybody looking at, you know, what's ahead. You know, I got a lot at stake.
You got a lot of risk, yeah, because you got a February 22nd date with Fury. Mm-hmm. If you get cut, something bad happens, it takes that off because that's a huge fight.
Correct. Yeah, you know, and but that's just my warrior mentality. I don't want to take up no soft touches and stuff. You know, I'm a true champion, and ever since I obtained my title, I've tried to fight nothing but the best of the best of the best. That's just how I want my legacy to go. If people come and pay their money, I want them to be able to pay for something that they're gonna say, you know what, I enjoyed that. You know, I want them to feel like, you know, it was worth my money. You know, everybody got a story of how they came from the bottom. You know what I mean? And I understand because I'm the same. I come from the same same background. Just coming from the bottom, had to work myself all the way up. Even you know, especially even after getting my title, I still had to fight at club shows and do all that and work my way. Nothing in this sport was given to me ever. I'm one of those real true stories where I started from ground, even obtaining a bronze medal and coming out of the Olympics, you know, obtaining a championship. Still, you know what I mean, I had to grind. That's what it's all about. Because once you gain success, that's the easy part. The part is keeping success, staying relevant.
Keeping the fire going. Because a lot of people become complacent or they get to a level of success and they're like, I did it. Well, now what? You know, and they kind of get lost and then they get a little crazy and start doing like stuff that's detrimental to them.
But it's easy though, you know what I mean? It's easy, you know, on the outside look in and say, oh boy, don't do that. You shouldn't be, oh man, I wouldn't be. But a person really don't know what they'll do when upon obtaining success, especially when you come from a place where, you know, you have nothing but negativity in your ears. Oh boy, you will never do this, you'll never do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to mount to these, you know what I mean? All that is drilled in your mind, like, you know, they try to brainwash you into believing that you really ain't shit, or you really can't do nothing, or this is all you're gonna be doing, or you're gonna be dead or in jail, you know what I mean? But I was so strong-minded, you know, than that, you know, coming up and listening to other people's opinions. Even now, like I block my ears away from emotional garbage or negative garbage from anybody, whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's just fans. Like I don't care about that thing because they don't know what I've been through as a person, what I've overcame as a person with the large family that I have. You know, when you have so many people in your life and a big family like that, trust me, it's things going on every day. Not only am I a father, but people got to understand and think outside of boxing. You know, fans just think fighters, we just supposed to do one specific thing. God bless us with one specific thing. It was 2 things, that we're crazy and we gonna fight. You know what I mean? And think about it, yeah, we're going to fight, but you got to understand we have another life outside of boxing. That could be totally different. We still go through things. We still have to figure out problems, bills still come. Real life situation. And I don't think people take in full effect of certain things like that, And like I said, that was the reason of blessing Ortiz. I understand medical bills, man. That takes a lot, people, like, I understand it. That's why I'm like, I gasp with breath at times and stuff, because I think about situations where my daughter was in, when she had to go to the doctor all the time, surgeries and needles stuck in her, and she's screaming for you and you can't do nothing about it. You know what I mean? And I'm a fighter. My daughter needs me. You can just only imagine being helpless when she's screaming, crying, calling your name. That shit hurts. It bothers you. And knowing that this is for your greater good, you can't do nothing about it. You just sitting the doctor about to stick the needle in her. You know it's going to hurt. I hate needles. You know what I mean? And, but I'm getting off into other things. But, man, but I'm very honored to be able to give him a second chance, to be able to provide for his family, because he is one of the best in the world. That's why I'm the only fighter to give him the opportunity. No one else getting him the opportunity.
No, everyone's afraid to fight him, even though people accuse that he's like 50 years old or whatever, but still people don't want to fight him. He's been taking this camp a little bit more seriously. He looks a little bit slimmer. Brought in a new strength and conditioning coach, but I got in my mind, like, you got to have confidence coming in the fight that you took his best punches and he couldn't get you out of there. Because I read some things that you feel that you're going to be able to knock him out a little bit quicker in this fight. Is that where it's stemming from, that you've gotten his full punching power in those moments in the fights, and like, hey, I've taken your best shot, you can't do anything to me, and now that I'm able to take him, I'm just that much more confident, and I'm not sick anymore?
Correct. All that plays a factor in my head, just thinking about, just like you said, overcoming at varsity in the 7th round when he couldn't get me down, having the flu. Anyone had the flu know that you are very, very, very weak. I had no business being in that ring that night. No business. The way I felt, I even go back, look at it, and I can tell, like, my body language, it was very weak. Sometimes I do move and I stop because of that energy. I just took up a lot of energy just to do that. So I really had to move strategically in the fight, and all that plays a big factor, and it's going to play a factor in his head as well, knowing that, dang, those punches that I gave him, he still was up. He was sick and I couldn't take him out. He dropped me multiple times in the ring. I even threw him with one arm one time, show him that, like, I am the champion, So he knows he is for a great fight, especially the second time around. And being that how I feel now, it just, like I said, this carryovers into Saturday, which I'm pretty sure it will. Good night.
You think quicker?
Oh, almost. I think it'll be a lot faster, a lot quicker. They talking about they're working on charging me, or rushing me, or throwing more punches and stuff. Easier said than done. I don't care what kind of world strength trainer Olympic coach you got. So I got one too. He go by the name of Joey Scott, and we been with each other for a very, very long time. You know what I mean? Ain't no trainer in the world, I don't care what he can be. He could discover how the body works and discover certain things to improve your body. It's not going to help you in one training camp. If they wanted to do that, they should have did that the last fight. Because look, whatever how old he is, I always give him the benefit of the doubt, 40 or whatever people want to say. But you, as a 40-year-old, let's just say 40, as a 40-year-old, you can't all of a sudden now want to come and get world-class training like that. Take your body through all that. I was hearing he couldn't even, go through certain workouts. And I can believe that. Sitting in ice tubs and stuff, I could believe all that because this is something new. And Ortiz said something on an interview that gave me like, oh man, He said that the strength trainer, he said he don't know what he's doing. He just listening to them. He just doing what they say do. I can't just listen to. I just can't do what you just tell me to. I have to understand it. For one, you have to be able to show me what you're talking about because it's easy. I can sit on the couch and say, hey, do 20 push-ups. After that, You do 11 sit-ups, and then after that, you go do 20 pull-ups, and then you get on the rope, and it's easy to sit. We can have a nice conversation. We can drink coffee. You know what I'm saying? Even get some donuts and just sit around and have a conversation. I can still train a guy. That's nothing. But when the trainer had to get up off his ass and show you, now it's different, because now what he putting you through, he's gonna go through. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different feeling. And now that trainer takes something from it, because now it's blood, sweat, and tears. Not only just for me, but for him and everybody else around. All my people work out. Every last one. I don't have none of my brothers that's around me that don't work out or don't know how to box. You know what I mean? My team is amazing. Even from down to the coach. Shelly will knock you out. You feel? So, you know what I'm saying? So my team is, you know, we're very alert. We love what we do. You know, they find a great interest in especially my strength trainer, keeping me in shape, keeping my body going. And a lot of that gonna play a big factor into this fight. Ortiz, he know in the back, even his demeanor, the way he looked. When I looked to his eyes, the first press conference, from the first time I looked into it was a different, you know, it was a different feeling from me. It was a different sense, because he already know what we went through. And when you know that, it's in the back of you. He's going to be fighting his demons. For me, I only have the advantage, because I know what I did and I know how I am now. And this is even more of an advantage. So, man, I'm like, anybody that's buying this fight is going to be here. It's going to be an amazing fight. That's what I give people. Exciting, amazing fights. I'm a fighter that you have to be ready. When Deontay Wilder come out and that bell rings, you can't go to the bathroom. You can't go get no food. You can't even drop your cell phone. You can't take your eyes off the fight. Or you
like the Tyson fights.
Oh man, even better. Cool, because I get dramatic knockouts. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't do nothing. You know, you just have to, you know, because you know it's coming, but you don't know when it's coming. You know, and sometimes I don't even know how I do it, to be honest. Like, I still get excited. I still get overwhelmed when I knock guys out and their body reacts. I'm like, wow. You know, I go back and look at it. I'm like, damn. Like, because I still don't know the length of my own power, the measurement of it, you know. And it's kind of crazy. It's crazy sometimes to have so much power that every time you do something, you hurting someone. Or, you know, I can be holding my fiance's hand. She's like, oh, baby, you hurt my hand. You know, I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm just holding your hand. Like, for me, it's normal. But for her, it's like, your hand's too heavy. You heavy hand. Or I can rest my hands on you, and it can feel like you got a brick on your chest and stuff. Like, different things like that just throughout. Like, I can't really. Sometimes I'll try to fix things or whatever, and I'll end up breaking things or whatever. Like, you know, I can't. My brother, you know, one of my brothers, he's a great mechanic. He paints. He do a lot of stuff. Like, when I try to help out and stuff, like, I can't really help out with things because I'll break them. You know, and I'm too. You know, I'm ready.
I know you're ready. We're running on short time. I just want to get quickly your thoughts on two things. One, Andy Ruiz is going to fight Joshua, but he did an interview where he says that he's cheering for you, that he likes you, he considers you a friend, and that you're going to beat him, Luis Ortiz. What do you make of his fight? Because it's coming up, I think, 2 weeks after your fight.
Yeah, that's gonna be another great fight as well. And you know, of course, you know, I mean, we on the same stable. You know, I'm definitely rooting for him. You know, to do what he set out to do and did the first time. This is just something that he's coming back and he's coming back and finishing the job. For me, that's what I see. You know, he got all the momentum going for him. It's the way that he beat Joshua. People are not understanding. Now, you know, not only, you know, Ruiz is a good fighter, but it was the way he beat Joshua. You know, that what makes me go for him. That was me like is no other it's no other thing in my mind that points me away from Ortiz not winning this rematch. I don't care what Joshua go in camp and does and correct or whatever. You know, it was all about, because those same things is gonna still be there. It ain't going nowhere. I'm still undefeated. I'm still knocking guys out. If I was the it factor of people asking a question about me, I'm still here. I'm still going to be in the factor of, what's the name? He's going to be fighting his demons. I think he's going to be fighting too many demons, because they don't really come out with the truth about certain things. You know, you hear rumors about sparring, you hear rumors about in the dressing room and stuff. All these things can be a big distraction to knock you off your game. But I'm wishing Ruiz well, and after that, we can finally get a one champion, a one face, and a one name. You know, and it'll be an easy fight to make because of the situation and the circumstances that we're both in, like being under the same stable. So I'm definitely Team Ruiz all the way. Let's go, Ruiz! Let's go, baby! Knock him out again, baby.
We're still good to go. February 22nd. That is going to happen, right?
Definitely. You know, of course, I have to get past Ortiz first. You just never know what's going to happen in this fight. Hopefully, we both come in with full health and we leave the ring with full health, with no injuries or anything like that. You know, if that happens, then full throttle ahead. You know, we'll go over to February and I knock Fury out again. So I can't wait. And then after that, we unify the division. Boxing, the heavyweight division is in great hands. You know, especially when you got a champion like me. You know, I'm willing to fight anyone. You know, I haven't turned no one down. There's been a lot of situations going on that's not in my hands or whatever, other guys' actions that put themselves out of position of doing things. But like I said, I have 6 years. I'm gonna be around, and the fighters that fans want to see me fight, they will get it. They're gonna get it. You know, especially if these guys continue to do what they do, keep winning and climbing to the top. Unfortunately, I can't fight them all. You know. I can't fight them all in the same month or in the same 2 months. It takes time. It takes preparation, you know, for all these different things. But trust me, you know, I want them all. Before I end, I want to be able to say I fought the best of the best. And that's why I'm choosing the path that I'm choosing, to fight Ortiz again, to fight a Fury again, and then go into a unification. Nobody's doing it, you know what I mean, to fight guys 20, 30, 40, even 50 pounds heavier than me, still knocking guys out. You know, I don't see anyone doing what I'm doing.
Deontay, as always, it's great talking with you. It's always a pleasure. Thank you so much. This man right here defending his heavyweight title coming up. Fox pay-per-view rematching Luis Ortiz November 23rd, going down in Las Vegas.